throw. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Intercepted. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
After the turnover, here's Murray. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Shotgun now from Murray. This will be caught inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line.
Let's go, D, let's go. Now let's get there. 40 yards.
From the gun, Murray. Forced out to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not one you expected when the play began.
And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kyler Murray, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off here, the 32. Always got some breathing room. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, they certainly gave it an attempt. They had a diminutive receiver like this running through the land of giants in the middle of the field, but they couldn't find enough room to get him the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Murray. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And that may have been incomplete, but he reminds me so much of when my dad used to take me to the baseball stadium and watch the home run hitters in batting practice. I'll get to the stadium early just to watch this kid throw it. He can throw it out of the stadium.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time.
Throwing is Murray on third down. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
And he is such a tough quarterback to defend because you got to remember, arguably, he's more dangerous outside the pocket than he is in it. But how about the job they did defensively to stay with the receiver and knock the ball away? I think they had a sigh of relief there because oftentimes when he gets outside the pocket, big plays result downfield.
Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determine that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how did they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7.
Complete.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
Second and 5 at the 7.
Now Tannehill. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a third down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
Brett Kern in punt.
Here's Brett Kern now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Returnable here from the 38. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over first and 10. Murray now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Now Murray off play action. He's got Burton here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 yards there, first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
On first down, Drake. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a third down.
Gain of 3.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Eluding the pressure right. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kenyon Drake with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double-dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
Loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And take it right on the 30. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
1st down, Murray. This one caught by Isabella. And oh, he coughed it up. It's picked up by the Titans. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Number 22.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
10 yards.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. And that one makes it 14-7.
Is good. Makes the score Cardinals 14, Titans 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Return. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession.
He's got a man, complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Cardinals 21, Titans 7.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go.
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it, and the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10, right at the 30. He'll start with a give to Henry. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
He's tackled at the
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
On the pickup.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving.
It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
Let's go. 30.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He's taken down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Titans have made this a one-score game. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
Makes the score Cardinals 21, Titans 14.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. On the return, Andy Isabella. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
On the return, the Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And the return will stop right around the 25. But when he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
And he he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Dustin Hopkins on for the field goal. A 45-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that'll bring them back within 4.
21.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Andy Isabella on the return. The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
This one into the hands of Burton. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
At the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. Hopkins with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And his kick is good.
That's the score. Cardinals 28, Titans 17. Brett Maher is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. After the run, Tannehill going to throw. Flush to his right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. On the left hash, this from 48 yards.
Field goal is good.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Brett Maher is set to kick off.
The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And this carries into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Harrington Evans on the return. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Second half begins with a run by Henry. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Chandler Jones.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On second down, here's Tannehill. And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
Have some of this.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Touchdown, Cardinals.
Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football. Now, 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is, and this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we've got a backup who's warmed up and is coming to the game, so you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting them at this point.
On the return, the Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Tannehill getting it out quickly to Brown. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Tannehill. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run. It's Henry. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to... Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, oh, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good yardage there on 1st down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Tannehill. This one brought in by the 6'5" tight end Waring. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Gain of 9 yards.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind a line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 46-yard line.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. I got you. Hey, check Mike 27, check Mike 27. Hey, check.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Flushed out right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it.
And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins. 43 yards. And the Cardinals turning that interception into a touchdown. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Cardinals 45, Titans 17. Brett Maher is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 1st down, Tannehill. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Credit the sack there to Chandler Jones. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Oh, it's a jet sweep. Here's Davis. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15.
And it's 3rd down.
3rd and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction. Back to throw, Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. This is taken at about the 14. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
At their own
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. Going deep for Hopkins. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Phoenix, Arizona's the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. 3rd quarter action and a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Escaping the pressure right. And got his man complete. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 68 yards. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Eno Benjamin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And this offense continues to pour it on. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Titans 17. Brett Maher is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Derrick Henry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Brown. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now it's Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. He's good. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. but it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A huge play there for Arizona. 55 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Flush to his right. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Second down and goal. Murray flushed out right to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't give many opportunities, you get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
Murray now, third and goal. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Trey Burton, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals add on. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
59, Titans 17. Brett Maher is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
And the
well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Uncorks one for Davis. And now here is another interception. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
The Cardinals take over first and 10.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
65. Sure. 65.
Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Kamale Correa. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. On play action, it's Murray. Steps away to his left. Able to find Isabella. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Back to throw it. Murray eluding the pressure right. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray, and this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Brett Maher is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
Tight right. Check 9. Go.
Tannehill now to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Mike 27.
Here's Tannehill. And that will be incomplete. Byron Murphy, the one who got a hand in and knock it away.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
On 4th down, Tannehill. And my goodness, another interception. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. Murray's going to look to throw this thing and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Again, it's Henry. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Yards on the play. And it's
one last throw here for Tannehill. Rolling to his right. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Arizona, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
They don't know my name, I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains, I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. They say fall and you let go, but I know I got an antidote to retain some kind of self-control. Look inside my head through a telescope. You erase all the calls from a telephone. No sense of smile, maybe tell a joke. Holding back your tears. Yeah, look at me, out of the asylum. Was